Welcome once again, my fellow manipulators of digital fate. I'm Richie, this is Capricorn, and the crazy bastards did it. Meathook's been hung up for good. Well, maybe not for good. They did hint at the fact that the BLACKEST set coming is going to shake up Standard again, and maybe they only need to ban it up until BLACKEST comes and fixes some stuff. I don't know. They were really vague about it. But either way, it's gone for now. It's not in Standard, and everyone's losing their mind trying to figure out how to solve the new meta that no longer contains the Meathook Massacre. This deck in particular has a 90% win rate. It's absolutely insane. I've seen nobody else play it, and it just stomps all over everything. So make sure to check it out. It's called
Blackest Night.
And the deck revolves around the concept of the day-night cycle and utilizing flash to make sure to always out-tempo your opponents. So before we get into the deck, make sure you like the video and subscribe. We're almost to 1,000. We're almost to 600 right now. We were at 500 like a week ago. Once we get to 1,000, we're doing the 24-hour marathon stream where you can challenge me to games in stream. If you win, I crack a pack on stream. I mail you the cards. I can sign the cards, all that crazy shit. Also, we're sponsored by HelloFresh now. My link's down below. Check that out so you can get in on it.
Do it! HelloFresh, the only company where you can eat fresh and make Capricorn all the money in the world. Get it for free, or almost free, or sort of free. Help support the channel so that Capricorn can become rich. Well, he's already rich. His name is Richard. Help Capricorn become moderately wealthy. Or not just poor.
Now that all of that is out of the way, let's get to the deck. With full bellies and fuller wallets. You guys aren't going to believe how crazy this deck is. 90% win rate, no lie. I believe it was 26 wins and 3 losses we got in Diamond, which is pretty good. So the core of the deck, it revolves around a concept I came up with before Standard rotated, except back then it was an Azorius flash deck. So we're hinging the deck on Gavony Dawnguard, which is a 3-drop 3/3 with Ward 1. If it's neither day nor night, it becomes day as he enters. Whenever it switches between either day to night or night to day, the Gavony Dawnguard will let you look at the top 4 cards of your deck. And any creature you find that costs 3 or less, you can snag it and put it into your hand. So the idea is, if we're playing with almost strictly flash cards with flash or cards that work at instant speed, we can control the day-night cycle to a greater degree and make sure that we can constantly get the Gavony Dawnguard to trigger. So if it's day and we need to not play anything, we can just say go, let Gavony Dawnguard fetch us a card, and then on their turn still play out all of our stuff because it has flash. Or if it's night, we play 2 cheap things in the same turn right in a row, we trigger it again, switch it back to day, still grab a card off the top. So we can create a ton of value with Gavony Dawnguard, and the fact that it has Ward 1 is very helpful as well, because a lot of times you can slam this on curve and it's just 1 turn too soon for your opponent to be able to deal with it efficiently and effectively. It can't be cut down. It's a pretty good card when you build around it correctly. If you don't build around it to really maximize its effectiveness, then it's kind of a waste and more draft shaft. But in this deck, it's absolutely perfect. We've also got 4 Brutal Cathar as our removal of choice because it functions in a similar way. If we can get this down before we start utilizing our flash shenanigans, we can exile a key permanent, or a key creature rather, from their side, and then constantly get this to flip back and forth. So it's hard for them to get rid of it because of the pay 3 life for the ward. We can utilize the first strike, and then we can flip it back to Brutal Cathar and exile a second creature. So we can get a lot of work done with just these 8 3-drops here. Starting at the beginning of the curve, we have 2 Evolved Sleeper. This is obviously a new addition and part of what makes this build Esper. And the idea is basically we can just get this down on turn 1 and just let it sit there. And whenever we don't have anything better to do with our mana, since this deck is almost entirely a flash deck, we can just pump our extra mana into the Evolved Sleeper before the end of our opponent's turn and just constantly get extra value out of all of our mana, regardless of what we're holding up, what we're saving for, maybe next turn when our opponent plays something more dangerous, that sort of thing. So Evolved Sleeper is a natural fit for this deck. We've also got 4 Fading Hope. We can use this to save our own creatures, return them to our hand when they're targeted with removal, scry 1, or we can get rid of an early threat that our opponent has for a very efficient amount of mana, and possibly still scry 1, and just really start to out-tempo the opponent in that way. We've also got 2 copies of March of Swirling Mist to accompany 4 copies of Spectral Adversary in the 2-drop slot. Now, these together make up a 6-card package where we can exile multiple cards on our side if they try to play a sweeper. Meathook's gone, thankfully. There's still other sweepers. A lot of those sweepers come down a lot later than Meathook used to, which gives us time to get to 4 mana to really abuse the Spectral Adversary. When it comes into play, exile any amount of creatures. If you have 4 mana, you can exile 1. If you have 6 mana, you can exile 2, so on and so forth. We can also use it to out-tempo the opponent by playing it and exiling our opponent's blockers and getting into just close out the game. A lot of times we'll try to do that as well. In March of Swirling Mist, also we can do that. We can target X of our creatures or their creatures. With March, we can actually do some pretty interesting things where we exile key creatures of theirs that we don't want to be able to block next turn, while also saving ours from removal as they're targeted. So March can put in a lot of work. In the 2-drop slot, along with the 4 Spectral Adversaries, we have 4 Cathar Commandos, which come down and immediately apply 3 powers worth of pressure for only 2 mana, add instant speed. It can do a lot. And then we've got 4 copies of Resolute Reinforcements. This is a 1/1 with flash for 2. When it enters, you get an additional 1/1. This helps us go wide. A lot of times, if one of them chump blocks and then we're left with the other one, sometimes we can return Resolute Reinforcements to our hand with Fading Hope and recast it to get an additional guy. Little tricks like that. But helping to go wide with the flash creatures really helps get this card going, which is Protect the Negotiators. This is a 2-drop instant with a kicker of 1 white. If it's kicked, you get a 1/1 white soldier creature token. But regardless of that, it counters any spell unless its controller pays 1 for each creature you control. With this deck, we're flashing in so many creatures and constantly keeping our creature count high by saving them with things like March, Fading Hope, Spectral Adversary, etc., that it's pretty easy to get a lot of value out of Protect the Negotiators to make sure we counter key spells of theirs, sometimes even on curve, while also adding to the board again with an extra 1/1. Everything we do helps to protect our stuff or contribute more to our board while also stopping what they're doing. It's just, you're leveraging tons of tempo and you just keep slamming everything. To round this out in the 4-drop slot, we've of course got 3 Wandering Emperor because it's insanely powerful and we can flash it in, so it fits the deck's themes. We've got just 1 copy of Kyodai. This is a flying 3/3 with flash for 4 mana. It's legendary Dragon Spirit, and when it enters, you get to give any one of your creatures, or any permanent really, indestructible for as long as you control Kyodai. So the idea is, once you've used up your cheaper things that can save your guys, and then they try to kill one of your guys, now you've got enough mana, you can flash in Kyodai, give it indestructible in response, and you basically fizzle their removal spell, keep your guy alive, and again add more pressure to the board in the form of this 3/3 flyer. So it's pretty good at that. And then the last card here is Ertai Resurrected. We've got 2 of these. This is a 3/2 flash creature for 4 mana in Dimir colors. And when it enters, you can destroy any creature, any planeswalker, counter any spell, counter any activated ability, or counter any triggered ability. The catch is they get to draw a card. But a lot of times this is one of the last things we're playing, and the entire deck up until this point is out-tempoing our opponent, so it's a key tempo play where it just gives us that extra turn we need. It stops them dead in their tracks, it kills their Shieldred or counters their, Invoke Despair or whatever you might need to do. Them drawing 1 card instead of 3 off of Invoke Despair and making you lose 6 is much, much better. Plus it gives you the 3/2 body, you can trade, you can swing in with more power. It just really helps to out-tempo the opponent and really brings the whole deck together. So this is it. It's honestly a 90% win rate deck. It's pretty crazy how well it does. I've seen nobody else use it, and it just keeps working. I thought maybe it was, you know, just me. Maybe I was getting lucky, and then it just kept going and going and going, and we're at like 26 wins and 3 losses, and it's just gnarly. The mana base is 4 Raffine's Towers, 4 Shipwreck Marshes, 4 Caves of Koilos, 4 Deserted Beaches, 1 Swamp, 1 Island, 1 Plains, 1 Eiganjo, 1 Otawara, and 1 Takenuma. And it kind of works out perfectly. It's 22 lands, it's a little less than you'd think you want, but with all of the scrying from Fading Hope and certain ways to draw cards with the deck, like with Evolved Sleeper, it tends to be enough. It tends to get us to where we need to be. And it just doesn't stop winning. And you'll see, we're going to show you, so let's get to the games. Goodbye, dearest. We'll keep this. Defeat with a tower. Turn 2 will be able to go Tower Sleeper, I think. Hot shot. Maybe we just want to cycle the tower though. And maybe we want to pump the Evolved Sleeper right away. My thought is he'll think we don't mind trading. And maybe not want to attack. Although we definitely will not trade. Ha. Just do this. Get out our Ward 1 guy as quick as possible when the Ward 1 actually matters. Also worth noting, it dodges cut down. Not that it matters because we're playing against mono white, but still. No attacks. He's like, what is this card? I've never seen it before. Yeah, nobody uses it. Except me. No blocks. Hi, Bandit. And I think we actually just save the mana to evolve our sleeper rather than playing another one out. I love you, Bandy. Yeah, I love you. Plays his own Brutal Cathar. What a time to be alive. Sure. Can't do anything this turn though. We will evolve the sleeper. Honestly, I feel like we just pass and try to draw a card off the Dawnguard. Even if we don't get anything we can play that we can flash in, we can draw a card off of Evolved Sleeper. So it should be fine. And have a pretty decent blocker. And then next turn, we can double spell with Dawnguard and Sleeper. What would you like to do? Yeah, we'll pump the shit out of that. And trade with your brute. Or just kill your brute. Alright. So 5 power. Let me think. Blocks. We'll let it through. If that's all he's going to do every turn, I think we can get there. Peacekeeper. Yowza. Sure. Oh, I should have done the response. I'm an idiot. God damn it. I am, in fact, a fool. No tax. Commando. With. Dude, there's 21. That's more than 1 in every 3 cards. More than 1 in every 3 cards, slightly. So if I see 4 cards, I should definitely hit 1. Maybe I should have flashed a Cathar Commando in that turn, just to prevent the brutes from flipping. Yeah, probably. I'm at 7. Just fucking attack with everything. What are you doing? Discard that last card. Go on. I got enough shit to deal with, thank you. Fuck. Which one's targeting it? That guy. Suck it, Trebek. Suck it long and suck it hard. Fucking Ertai, man. Ertai's a goat. We need more. No attacks. One, two. So we've already seen 2 of his Brutal Cathars. Chances are he doesn't have another one. Thank God. Thank God. Why is he attacking with Thalia? He's gotta have something, right? I don't see anything in his deck that's any kind of instant speed shenanigan. Guess he's just attacking with everything. Go to 1. Oh wait, Evolve Sleeper's ability costs a life, right? Maybe we shouldn't have gone to 1. We probably should have just traded this sleeper so that we can get more draws off this sleeper. Yeah. But it's done now. It's locked in. Completely spaced that it costs you a life when you activate the final ability there. That's fine, we have no life anyway. Better to play a Dawnguard or to draw off a Dawnguard? I think we want to flip the Brutal Cathar too, so I'm just gonna pass the turn. We got a bunch of stuff we can flash out. We can activate this ability twice. Yeah, seems kind of perfect. Okay, scoops. Woohoo! We will keep it. Lead with the tower. To the caves, pass the turn. Hold up Commando, Reinforcements, or Fading Hope, depending on the situation. Raffine. We're gonna try to get ahead tempo-wise. Yes. Pay the ward. Scry away the 4-drop, get closer to our land. Smack for 3. He'll probably spend his whole turn replaying the Raffine. And we can just do it again if we want. Come on, baby. There you go. There's a good boy. We need our land, dude. Where's our fucking land? Sitting here on 2. Thank you. So Brutal Cathar is not going to really work. We could hold up Protect the Negotiators and make them have to pay 2 for a spell they play. I don't feel like that's great though. I think our best bet right now is to just slam Gavony Dawnguard. And no attack. If we top deck a land, we can Brutal Cathar and pay the ward 1 to get Raffine. If we don't, things are going to be a little bit tricky. We'd probably just say go, try to draw off the Dawnguard. Alright, he's letting us draw off the Dawnguard. And we whiff. And we get rid of all of our lands. How likely is it that we Brutal Cathar and it gets countered? Swing with the Dawnguard. Wandering Emperor. Played 2 spells so that we get to draw off the Dawnguard now. That's why I did it that way, instead of just kicking the Negotiators. Sure. So many options here. I think we just Brutal Cathar the AO and try to race him. If I march, hold on a second. If I march, I can actually get him down to 1. I don't want to do that though. Can still play the March if we need to by exiling Ertai. But we can't hit Raffine with it. No matter what we do. But I think we just win. Because if he tries to kill our guys, we just march them. And then we swing with them next turn. Exile the Ertai. Phase out these. And win. Oh yeah! We'll keep this. I was worried that a modern survival horror game wasn't going to quite be up to snuff. We'll lead with the beach. And then Dead Space came out. And it was fucking amazing, and it was perfect, and it was over-the-shoulder camera, and it had those elements of action, but it still retained everything that I loved the most. Pass turn. About old Resident Evil games and old survival horror games, and it was just perfect. It was just perfect. It renewed my faith in the idea that you could do a more modern survival horror game with an over-the-shoulder camera, with a slightly more of an emphasis on combat, still have it feel the way it used to feel back in the day. Dead Space interface was horrible on PC. Yeah, I did play on console. I think I actually played that on Xbox 360. Let's see, do we Brutal Cathar or do we Gavony Dawnguard? I think we Dawnguard. I loved how the UI for Dead Space was integrated into the actual gameplay. For example, his health bar was his spine on his back. And when he brought up, when you brought up like the pause menu to interact with, you know, like your inventory and all that stuff, it came up as like a 3D holographic display for him in the game that he did off of like his arm. I love how everything was integrated into the actual gameplay. It was very cool. 3-2 underdog. I mean, no, you just got that's fine. Menace, but not first strike. I mean, if we can trade for the Knight of Dusk Shadow with the Cathar Commando, I'll be stoked about that. Alright, do we try to draw a thing, just play a Resolute Reinforcements to double block the Knight of Dusk Shadow? No, because he can pump it. So I think the best thing for us to do here is actually to Brutal Cathar and eat a thing. Shielded, that's fine. No blocks. Do we bounce the Shieldred so that we can say go and flip everything? I think that's what we do. I think we just put a stop here. No attack. End the turn. And then after that triggers... Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll find a thing. Oh, nothing. We jumped through all those hoops for nothing. Awful. Well, that's what hyper-focused is. One thing at a time. Can't play another spell. Or else he flips the brute. So we'll play out the Resolute Reinforcements. Sure. Now we have to double spell. We can't double spell. But we can play another dude. No tax. Ow. We just need to play 2 things in 1 turn. Or get him to play 2 things in 1 turn. Going to bed, Nord? Might be trying a Mardu thing later. But I appreciate you stopping by and checking out the stream. Nighttime for the wolf, I feel you. We'll get caught up over the weekend. Yes. Yes. Give me all the things. Get out of here. Get out of here. Swing. Can we swing? Guess we can't swing really, right? No tax. And the turn. But we got all the value in the world, so there's that. Let's actually grab... Since we have plenty of other shit, let's actually grab an Evolved Sleeper here. Morgan. 90 again. Oh, okay. You're not leaving. I thought you were saying you're going to bed. I see what you're saying now. Got you. I thought you were saying like nighty night, like you're going to bed. Alright. He's doing a thing. He's doing a thing, guys. Is it our turn or his turn? It's his what? First main? We will exile this. Yes. Discard the commando. It's fine. Welcome to First Strike. I don't think we're gonna get there. We're not gonna get there. Damn. Well, we'll swing in with everything that can swing in. If one of those just wasn't a land, we would have been fine. First strike. Alright. We're close. We're so close. I can feel it in my bones. For two. For two, guys. I wonder if this will work. I kind of want to just see if this will work. I'm going to take a point of damage here. Because I really want to see if this will work. Will it re-change it to a 3-3 from a 1-1? Because it changes into with base power. Does it reset? We're going to find out right now. Nope. Nope. Just let it die. I mean, I could have just won. Liliana.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Sack a creature. Well, what if we do this? Phase them all out. Now we have no creature to sacrifice.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Hooray! This looks fine. Keep it. Lead with a Shipwreck Marsh. Go planes, hold up the commando. Pass turn. Consider, sure. I like it when the red water comes out. Oh. We'll run out the reinforcements then. That's a better trade for us if he decides to block, which he won't. We can wait until after it flips and then fade and hope it. That was a bad Haughty Djinn, I think. Get out the Cathar Commando here. Play another land. Ooh, Cathar this asshole. Smash in for 5. No attacks. End the turn. Well, if that's the case... No. We gotta let the flip trigger first, and then we Fading Hope. Okay, it's already in his main. I guess I have to put a stop. I guess full control doesn't do the same thing that a stop does. Because I wanted to do it during his upkeep. I figured hitting full control would let me. What is this guy doing? Jin, sure. But I think we got too much now. Oh, another Haughty Jin. We still get through for 5 though. We trigger this. Yeah. Oh, another win. We're 16-2. Basically. We'll keep it. I don't feel like it's the final version of the deck though. I'm not 100% sure what changes to make. We'll lead with the Marsh. I feel like most likely slightly more counter spells. Spectral Adversary, Fading Hope. Adeline. No, no, no. Get out of here. There will be none of that. Thank you. To attackers. Okay. Ratadrabik. Rata-fucking-drabik. With his Rata fucking Ward 1. Ward 2. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Kill the damn thing. We have to block the Ratadrabik. to kill it. We could waste an Obscura Interceptor. We're gonna slow roll it. He's gonna play Adeline. Poor Shield. Discard a card. You. So you I cannot use. Now I must think very carefully. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. That, and then that, and that. Yes. End the turn. This shit's tricky. Very tricky. This is how I'm gonna do it. And then block the Ratadrabik, or force him to use a spell, either or. Alright, that's fine. So many options. Exile the Ellis. Hold up Fading Hope. Put him at 4, put us up to 10. And hold up the Fading Hope. Go to 7. I was hoping for. Skeep, pop, skeep, pop. Pay the ward. Get out of there. Swing in. 77. Oh, hey, we're in Diamond.
HelloFresh, the only company where you can eat fresh and make Capricorn all the money in the world. Get it for free, or almost free, or sort of free. Help support the channel so that Capricorn can become rich. Well, he's already rich. His name is Richard. Help Capricorn become moderately wealthy, or not just poor.
Thanks so much for checking out my channel. We are pushing hard for that 1,000 subscriber mark, so please consider subscribing. Hit that button. There's a circle in the middle over there. Hit that. Subscribe. Tell all your friends to do it. Thank you. Also, give this video a like so more people can see it. If you'd like more PlayStation and console game coverage, we've got that down below. And if you'd like more Magic the Gathering coverage, there's more of that somewhere off over that way. Do all the things.